One chilly morning in the suburban backyard, a group of cardinals decided to pay a visit to the bird feeder, and things got a little chaotic. It all started when Red, the boldest cardinal of the bunch, spotted the shiny new bird feeder hanging near the old oak tree. He had heard rumors from a sparrow that the feeder was top notch, filled with the finest sunflower seeds in the entire neighborhood. Of course, Red couldn't resist. He puffed out his chest, flexed his wings, and gave the others a knowing look. "Follow me, you fools," he chirped dramatically. First to join was Lucy, a cardinal who had recently discovered the art of selfies. She was busy fluffing her feathers, making sure her red plumage looked perfect in the morning light. "This is going to look amazing on my Instagram," she thought, already plotting the caption. "Just here for the seeds, not the drama." Then came Gerald, a cardinal who was just slightly more enthusiastic about the whole affair than anyone else. He had no idea what was going on, but if Red was doing it, it had to be important. Gerald was notorious for taking things a little too seriously. He had spent all of last winter trying to figure out how to dance to the wind chimes hanging from the porch. Together, they flitted and flapped over to the feeder, landing in dramatic unison. But the moment they all perched on it, disaster struck. "I'm first," Red announced, diving straight for the sunflower seeds. But as he did, his foot slipped, and he ended up hanging upside down from the feeder like a confused acrobat. Okay, this was not part of the plan," he muttered, flapping his wings wildly in an attempt to right himself. Lucy, meanwhile, had perched gracefully on the side, one foot daintily on the edge of the feeder. She tilted her head and snapped a picture with her beak, clearly the best angle. "Perfect," she murmured, #blessed. Gerald was on the other side of the feeder, trying to reach a particularly elusive seed. He twisted his head at an odd angle and ended up getting his beak stuck in the tiny holes of the feeder. "Oh," he chirped, "I might need a little help here." Red, still hanging upside down, was too busy trying to look cool to offer any assistance. "You've got this, buddy," he shouted, trying to sound supportive but clearly out of his depth. "Just wiggle." Lucy, ever the perfectionist, glanced at the scene and sighed. "You know, if you really want to impress the other birds, you need to stop looking so desperate." She fluffed her feathers, taking another selfie from a different angle. "Maybe try not to look too clumsy. You guys are going to ruin the vibe." The whole drama was unfolding in front of Mrs. Phipps's kitchen window. She had been watching the cardinals for a few minutes, chuckling to herself at their antics. Finally, she decided to help, swinging open the window and calling out, "Hey, do you guys need a hand?" Red immediately straightened up, trying to look like he had everything under control. "No, no, we're good. Just enjoying the moment," he called back. But Gerald was still stuck, his eyes wide with panic. The homeowner, not wanting to interrupt their chaos too much, gently tapped the side of the feeder. The sudden movement startled the cardinals, causing Red to fall off the feeder, Lucy to drop her phone. Thankfully it didn't break, and Gerald to finally free his beak, but not without a dramatic screech of relief. The cardinals landed in a flurry of feathers, looking slightly embarrassed, but also more determined than ever. "Okay, take two," Red said, brushing himself off. "New plan. Let's do this without embarrassing ourselves. Or at least try to." And so, after a few more attempts and some minor injuries to their pride, they finally settled into a routine of enjoying the seeds, albeit with a little less finesse than Lucy would have liked. You'd think they were auditioning for a circus. The Cardinals? Well, they'd be back tomorrow.